Biggest question is, how long can these lay until they're no good to sawmill? Here's another large tree in the woods. I don't know where that one's going to be any good. You can see where it broke off there. And this one that broke off here is the one I'm cutting up today to see if it's any good. Stay tuned to see if it's worth the cut. Well, as my last video shown, I was 1 4x6 short, so I'm going to go out and look. I know where some trees went down. I can't remember how long they went down, so what I'm going to do is cut the ends off a little bit to see how good they are, or whether they're even worth trying to mill. Let's go. And there's the log. I'm going to see if I can make it work. Looks like the end's a little bad. I guess I'll cut off 3 to 4 inches on that to get started and see what it's like. Now, it's definitely going to be over 12 feet long, which is what I need. And you can see the tree it broke off of.
There are many factors that may determine how long this tree will last sitting out in the woods. Its location, whether it's extremely damp or not, how much sun is getting in, trees around it, insect populations, all kinds of things that may affect actually how long it will last in the woods. So that's why I cut the end off to see whether it's even worth starting. I did not see any insect holes or anything in this particular branch, not like the other one I was looking at. Notice how easily the bark's going to peel off here as I'm looking at it. It's just falling off. This tree's been here, like I said, 6 to 8 years. I cut the top of it off because it had fallen against my trail. Now all I need to do is measure 12 foot so I can give this particular log a try.
I measured out 12 feet, and that's pretty much the limit of this. Not much left after that, but that's good. I need to get this board used up, or this log. We'll also cover some sawmill tips on positioning the log actually on the bunks before you sawmill, and some tips for leathering the piss. That's also going to be there. And also not to hit your sawmill carriage. And also, my techniques have improved over the past year in watch and see, but I still see room for improvement, and I did make one mistake. A couple of the reasons I chose this log is, number one, it's straight. I got 12 foot, and it's relatively close to the sawmill. I didn't have far to drag it at all.
Well, preparing to roll it on, I went ahead and peeled some of this bark because it kind of just falls off. There's no sense of it falling off or underneath the saw, so I'll just go ahead and peel it off here. Plus, I was looking for any bugs, and I still found this log surprisingly to be pretty bug-free.
We'll see if anything good comes out of it, but I'll show you what I got to look at to get started. Now, in order to center the piss, I had to move the actual chainsaw sled into the center of it and put it up high so I can read and move on the other side. Now that end, you see, is resting pretty solid. This end right here kind of curves up. So what I'm going to try to do is turn it a little bit. I am going to turn it to try to get the that edge down flat, and then, or at least turning the other way. I want to see if that actually makes it easier to cut. Okay, now you can see the pips are going to be more level. Now I turned this around. I didn't want the bow to go out to my right or to the right of this, because then it could has a chance to catch on the saw. So I wanted to make sure that the bow went in. So now all I got to do is line up the piss. Okay, by turning this log, I got the pips a lot closer than plus, I don't know. I don't know which way is best. Maybe some of you people that mill all the time can tell me. I'm just learning, so I'm trying different ways. Now, when I did this, I would have had to raise the other end up probably 7 inches or so. Now I only have to raise this end up about 3/4 of an inch, which is a lot better this way. I also made sure I had the curve going in this way so I don't hit the outside. I've done that before too, as you all know. Now the other side measured 7 inches. This one here measures 6 1/4. So I don't have to go up very far. When I measure this, make sure you use the same stick the same way. So I have everything set up already. I have my little jack right here, and I'm going to jack it up some and get it up. I can raise it, and I raised it to about 6 5/8. I'm going to go down and check the other side. Now, sometimes, like anything else, you raise one end, the other end goes down a little bit. That one did, so I don't have to raise it up. I need a little bit more. We'll see what we get here. We have 6 3/4, and down on the other end, I have 6 3/4. So I got the pits exactly where I want them. This log has been laying up there quite a while. As I said, anywhere from, I'm guessing, 6 to 8 years. Once a storm or something brought it down. So we'll have to wait and see how it holds up. I didn't see any signs of termites, but we'll have to see what it looks like. Is this log going to be worth cutting or not? I guess only time will tell. Okay, now let's get the saw ready. I got to bring it back in its place. I am going to lock it into place. And I'm going to bring the head down. I came up to camp last night, and I actually did do some of the, I did some oil checks, checked to make sure it was gasoline, filled up the water. I'm going to move it down because I haven't started it for a week and a half, and we'll see how easy it starts. I'm going to go ahead and tension the blade right now too. Okay. Good. Start the engine. Hopefully it starts good.
That first start in the morning is always a little rougher. After it's ran the first time, it starts relatively easy. Next step is installing the water jug there. I'm not real pleased with the Woodmizer jug. It seems to want to leak a lot right where it connects, right where the valve connects to the jug itself. I've had problems with that, but it's something I can work with. Now, in order to set the height on my first cut, I do measure from the bunks where I think I can get a good cut in this log, and I look for any bad dips in the log that I have to set low. Now I just make sure I have water flow, and I'm going to set my height to 11 inches. Next cut is going to be 2 inches down, so I am going to go down to 9 inches. I think I can get a 2x4 on the narrow end as towards me. A comment on the other video I lost the log on told me to put some plastic pipe extenders on my stops. I keep forgetting to do that. I gotta get them up here and on.
Well, this is my 4x6 I cut out of that log. Now I'm going to flip it down to the 4 inches the high side and cut me my flitch. Well, I got the flitch where I wanted it. I measured it so I could see how much I need to set my first cut at. And I thought I had it exactly where I wanted it, but as you'll see, I messed up. The cut stopped short because of bad positioning of the flinch. There's too much gap there between the flinch and the backing board because these are 12 footers. Was able to break off board, and then I repositioned the board. I'm going to have to take a 1/4 inch off or so because with the board being a flinch and the other side not square, it could move up or down some. After measuring from the bunks up and seeing what I can cut out of this board, I didn't know whether I could get a 2x8 or 2x6. I was right in between. I could get a 2x7. So I went ahead and cut a 1 inch down on it to make a 1x2 inch and then a 2x6 inch. Yeah, now these logs ended up look pretty good. I mean, that log, it didn't look too bad. I might be able to cut some of these other ones that's been laying down. This is what I got out of it. We got a 2x4s by 12s, one 1x2x12, one 2x6x12, and what I was missing, one 4x6x12. Now I tried to keep this in the middle as much as I could. See, it worked its way towards this end a little bit, but there wasn't much choice. It's the way the pith it grew. We'll see how it dries a little bit before I commit to actually using it. It's kind of already cut, already down. I might as well use them up, get them off the forest floor and see what we can do with them. As you see, I made another mistake. You've seen where I cut that one. I didn't move it all the way back. 12 footers, this only has so much of a length. It stopped about 1.5 inches, 2 inches short. So I just busted it off, and you seen me, once I moved it in, because that wasn't a flat side, it changed the height of it. So once it changed the height, I took another 1/4 inch. It just barely made it. Probably could have took another 1/4 inch off, but it is just a 2x6, so I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, I'm satisfied. They don't look too bad. Like I said, it's always, we'll see exactly how they turn out when they dry out. So if you want to help an old man out, and subscribe and share and like and do all those nice things to help my channel grow. And once again, this is the old man with the plan, and I'll see you later.